What if dreams were not illusions, but the true biological reality? What if every night when your eyes closed, you were not escaping into fantasy, but entering the original world humanity was designed to inhabit? We are told that dreams are meaningless signals, random firings of neurons under the influence of dopamine and serotonin. But what if this is the first secret, that these signals are not noise, but the authentic map of our existence? Think carefully. When you dream, your brain ignores gravity, time, and social rules. Evolution still allowed this state to exist, even to dominate 1/3 of human life. Why would evolution permit such waste, unless it had an advantage? In waking life, you feel restrained, trapped by biology. Your body aches, your hormones betray you, your society cages you with rules. But in dreams, every limit is lifted. Could this freedom be the true environment for which the brain evolved? Neuroscience reveals something eerie. During REM sleep, your brain's limbic system, the seat of emotion, memory, desire, flares brighter than when awake. The prefrontal cortex, guardian of logic and rules, is silenced. In dreams, the biological truth of your mind is revealed without censorship. If dreams are the real world, then waking life is merely a fragile hallucination, a thin survival program designed to keep the body alive, while the true self only awakens in darkness. Imagine, civilization is nothing more than a long, forced waking. Agriculture, cities, technology, mere distractions to keep us blind to the forbidden reality of our dreams. Pattern recognition appears here. In every culture, dreams were once treated as portals. The Egyptians read them as divine signals. Shamans entered trance to navigate hidden realities. Only modern science has dismissed dreams as random. Could this dismissal itself be a kind of censorship? But what if the censorship is deliberate? Evolution's cruel trick to blind us from the dangerous advantage of dream awareness. Because if we remembered every dream clearly, we might abandon the waking world altogether. In that case, our waking societies are built on fragile denial. We pretend this is real, yet every night our biology betrays us, whispering the forbidden truth that the dream world might be the actual, original signal of human life. And if that's true, then everything you believe about consciousness, morality, and reality is inverted. What you call sleep is awakening. What you call reality is imprisonment. This is the secret no one dares speak. Your so-called life may be the dream, and your dreams may be the true life. If dreams are the real world, then what explains the terrifying consistency of certain dream patterns? Falling, being chased, losing teeth, these are not random. They are biological signals, coded messages buried in evolution. Psychology hints at this. Carl Jung called them archetypes, collective memories beyond the individual. If these recurring symbols emerge across all cultures, could they be evidence of a deeper biological reality? Consider this forbidden possibility. Nightmares are not accidents. They are warnings from the original world, reminders that your waking existence is fragile, temporary, and false. Neuroscience again reveals the hidden truth. During dreams, the brain floods itself with acetylcholine, while suppressing norepinephrine, the hormone of stability. This chemical imbalance is not chaos. It is a designed signal to immerse you into another realm. In the waking state, dopamine rewards you with tiny bursts of pleasure for survival acts, food, sex, achievement, but in dreams, dopamine rewires itself, creating worlds of infinite variation. It suggests that the brain's true purpose is not to survive, but to create. Now ask yourself, why does every human civilization have dream gods, dream temples, dream rituals? Because ancient humans may have understood the secret, that evolution built us as dual beings, trapped in two realities with one hidden behind the other. If so, then society's obsession with productivity, schedules, and waking labor is an artificial prison. It forces you to believe this illusion is the real world, while the dream world, your true biological advantage, is suppressed, mocked, and forgotten each morning. Pattern recognition deepens here. Notice how modern science dismisses dreams. Just as it once dismissed the unconscious mind or the microbiome, or the role of oxytocin in human bonding. Every discovery once called nonsense later proved to be fundamental to biological reality. So if dreams are next in line, what forbidden consequence follows? It means that the very fabric of waking civilization is built on a lie. We are not awake creatures who sometimes dream. We are dream creatures who sometimes wake. And if that is true, then everything you value, your family, your history, your nation, are just flickering illusions, temporary scaffolds built to support a fragile dream within a greater dream. Now, Imagine the dark side. If humanity collectively realized that dreams are the real world, waking life might collapse. Laws would dissolve, morality would crumble, as people chase infinite possibility over finite survival. The final forbidden truth of this section: the only reason you still obey waking rules is because evolution erased most of your dream memory. Your amnesia each morning is not failure, it is a survival program. But what happens if that program fails? What happens if humanity suddenly remembers every dream, in full detail every night? Would we still choose to live in this illusion? Or abandon it? What if the barrier between waking and dreaming collapsed? What if you opened your eyes in the morning and could no longer tell which reality was the dream? This is not mere fantasy. Neurology already documents a phenomenon: lucid dreaming. In that state, awareness pierces the dream, granting control over physics, identity, and time itself. But here lies the forbidden secret. Lucid dreaming may not be dream control at all. It may be your first glimpse into the true biological reality, the world where consciousness was meant to exist without limits. Now imagine this ability spreading across entire populations, an evolutionary leap where every human could awaken inside dreams, remember them perfectly, and live two parallel lives. Society would fracture. The waking world, money, politics, survival, would feel trivial compared to the vast architectures of the dream world. Who would work in factories when they could build empires each night without gravity or pain? Biology supports this danger. The brain already releases oxytocin and dopamine in dreams as if the events were real. A kiss in a dream, a triumph, a death. Your body reacts as though it truly happened. So what happens when dream emotions outweigh waking ones? When you love someone in dreams more than your spouse in reality? When you die in dreams and wake with trauma stronger than war veterans? The signal is clear. Your biology cannot distinguish between dream and waking. Therefore, the only barrier is memory. Remove that barrier, and evolution's cruel trick is revealed. You were always built for two worlds, but enslaved to one. Pattern recognition again. Notice how religions whisper of heaven, afterlife, spirit journeys. What if these are distorted memories of our true evolutionary reality, the dream world itself? Dark consequences unfold. If governments realized dreams were real, they would weaponize them. Dream laboratories, soldiers trained in lucid states, intelligence agencies mining subconscious secrets. What you believe is your private sanctuary each night would become the most surveilled territory in history. No walls, no passwords, no escape. Because if dreams are reality, then even your innermost thoughts can be colonized. The forbidden question grows sharper. If both worlds are real, which one deserves your loyalty? Would you abandon biological survival for eternal creation? Or would you cling to this fragile illusion, pretending the dream world is just fantasy? And yet, the cruelest truth is this: evolution may punish those who awaken too far. Some schizophrenic symptoms mirror dream intrusion, hallucinations, voices, blurred reality. Perhaps these are not illnesses at all, but failed attempts to live in both worlds at once. The ultimatum emerges. If dreams are the real world, then waking life is not safety, it is exile. You are an immigrant trapped in a false land, forgetting each night where you truly belong. What if humanity finally embraced the dream world as its true home? Would civilization collapse, or would it evolve into something unimaginable? An empire not of stone and steel, but of signals and memory? The first shift would be psychological. Children would be trained not for math or politics, but for dream navigation. Schools of the future might teach lucid control. The way we now teach reading. Neuroscience shows that synaptic pruning, the brain's method of reshaping itself, occurs during dreams. If dreams are the real world, then this pruning is not maintenance, it is construction. Your real body is not flesh, it is the architecture of your dream self. Society would stratify into two castes: those who master the dream world, and those trapped in the waking illusion. The dream masters would possess infinite advantage, knowledge, control, even the ability to rewrite their own memories and desires. But history warns us. Every advantage creates inequality. Imagine the forbidden future. Dream oligarchs ruling over masses too blind to see beyond waking survival. The poor would labor in waking life, while the powerful conquered reality in their eternal dreams. This is not speculation. Modern experiments with transcranial stimulation already hint that dream intensity can be artificially boosted. If corporations or governments perfect this, they will own the keys to the real world. Now imagine the consequences for evolution. If the dream world is reality, then natural selection changes form. Survival will not belong to the strongest body, but to the sharpest dream mind. The biological signals prove this. Dopamine governs desire, oxytocin governs bonding, cortisol governs fear. In dreams, these chemicals fire without limit. Your dream self is evolution's true experiment, a prototype of infinite adaptation, and yet, darkness lingers. What if death in the dream world equals true death? What if every nightmare monster you fled as a child was not fiction, but a predator from the forbidden realm that feeds on our subconscious energy? The ultimatum becomes clear. To deny the dream world is to live blind, chained to false daylight, but to embrace it fully risks surrendering to forces older, stranger, and more dangerous than anything in waking life. So the final question is not whether dreams are the real world. The question is whether you are strong enough to remember, and whether you dare to stay there. This is the secret no one wants you to uncover. What you call reality may be the lie. What you call dream may be the truth. And to understand this is to step into forbidden knowledge. Subscribe now, if you dare to unlock the next layer of signals, to tear away the last illusions. Because those who understand this secret gain an advantage evolution never intended, and those who ignore it will live their whole lives blind.